Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to install Unify, Ubiquiti's Unify server. Is a network management server for Ubiquiti devices using or into a Raspberry Pi 5. So Raspberry Pi 5 has been out for a while, but the installation script and so forth for it for Unify is not been, I don't know, for some reason very popular. So one of the easiest way to do it is to use what a person named Glenn R have created. So if you just Google something like this, it'll actually open up. Google will show you that this is the best result, and for you to download Glenn R's script and then execute it. So it's as easy as that. We're gonna give that a try. I've done this many times. So let's go ahead and get started. So go ahead and copy this to do the upgrade. Um, I am remotely connecting to my Raspberry Pi, so it's going to be a little bit clunky, but basically I'm just going to be copy and pasting. So we are doing a sudo app update to update our packages and also do an upgrade if there's necessary. I just already did mine just a few minutes ago, so everything is completely updated. All right, the next thing that we need to do is to download the script. To get the script, download the installation from Glenn R's page, and it actually doesn't show you where to download from. So I'm going to go ahead and research it and download it right now. Okay, looks like we found the place. And let me see what is the. So it works with all those Ubuntu versions, and Raspbian is actually a version of Debian or Ubuntu. So this one should work. Um, so this is actually, let me see, script for 9.419. Unify. Okay, so this is the entire instruction for Glenn R. And over here, he again described where to download his script. Obviously, you have to change the version to some of this version that is stated underneath here. So we'll go ahead and abandon this instruction for this one right here, which I think is better because it's directly from the author himself. So I'll go ahead and copy this install CA certificate because it wasn't specified before. So I'll go ahead and paste it. Let me put sudo in front of it. All right, now that's done. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. We're going to copy this, but we're going to change the file name to 9.419, which is the highest version right now. So let's click on that. Okay, so that's the URL right here. Okay, and I'm just going to leave that there. I'm going to copy this entire thing first. Copy. And I'm going to go back to my VNC, paste it, and I'm going to get the, well, you know what? Hang on a second. Yeah, so this will download it right here. So we need to copy the other URL that I have here, there, and we should be good to go. Whoops, I accidentally activated Xcode. Okay, so we're going to erase this entire line here and then paste the new URL with the version 9.49, 9.419. And we're just going to change this manually to say 9.4.19. Okay, everything looks good. So go ahead and execute that. All right. So what happened here? We need to go ahead and sudo that. Okay. All right. So it's saying that I need to run it as root. So let's go ahead and copy this. Um, and then I am going to change to root. Okay. Try that again. I may not have set my root password. So you cannot change to root if you haven't changed your root password. So to change root pass to assign a root password, you just do passwd root, and I am assigning a new. I apologize, that wasn't part of the video mission, but it's necessary. So let me su root again right now. I should be successful. Again, I apologize for that. And let's paste the command, and we should be good to go now. Yes, we are. All right. So starting easy unify install script. Thank you. Blah blah blah. I do not know Glenn R. I'm not associated with him, but I've used his script many times, and it works. And I do appreciate him creating this to make the job a lot simpler. Um, I hope he keeps maintaining it and is great. All right, the script detect modification, affect memory allocation. Da, 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 da. Yeah, don't really have a choice. Okay, and right now it's still installing. I think MongoDB is the most difficult one to install. Okay, so you generate support files when failures detected. This can help Plan R to improve script. Do you want to upload this support files automatically? I usually don't. I'm creating this for clients and companies, and I do not have the authority to share. Do you want to keep the script on the server as a completion? Yeah, sure, why not? All right, so it's actually doing the work now, I believe. Okay. I've done this before, and it's usually not this. I think he's made improvement now. Is this very meticulous? Okay, now it's installing the MongoDB community version, and it says it's installed. Now it's installing the SSL module for it. Okay, and now it's installing Java. And Java is the base, I guess, server that Unify server is built upon. All right, so now it's finally installing the application. Okay, and installing the application. After this is done, we're gonna go ahead and try to log in to the actual server using our local browser here, browsing to our local network address. I believe is 8443 is the port number. Um, and it's going to ask for a Unify account. And having a Unify account is very useful because if you have many deployments, like this is just one out of many of my Unify server, they all report online to Unify Cloud, and you can actually manage all your deployments all in one place. Never paid anything for it. I'm very appreciative of Unify to provide that. It's really very nice and makes it very easy for network administrator, system administrator like myself to actually manage locations. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and copy this URL right here, and we're going to open a browser and paste it. Okay, that did not work. Interesting. Copy URL, paste. Okay, there we go. I think I probably did not say copy URL. And go ahead and bypass the SSL warning. And here we are. All right, so my server name is going to be called Fila IT Unify, Fila IT Box 3 Unify. Okay, I think for a name, I can probably put spaces. Let's see if it complains about it. Sorry, hang on a second. United States, and I agree. Excuse me. Next. All right, so this is where you have to log in to your account. And I'm going to go ahead and log into mine. And I have a two-factor authentication. Let me get that. It's always a good idea to have two-factor these days because you just never know who's going to try to break it into your account. All right, so now setting up the server. And like I said, when this is associated to my account, it's just going to be added as another box or another server amongst my other servers. So now we are fully logged in, and let me expand this a little bit. Probably not going to find any devices. Well, I do have one that is currently already detected that I need to adopt. But yeah, so basically this is it. Everything here is fully running. You can configure all of these things that I need. Now, let me show you, excuse me, let me show you the Unify interface that is on the cloud, why we're doing all this, why this is so convenient. So let me share with you this particular screen. So this is the site manager or dashboard. As you can see, I have many deployments. This is the new box that just got provision that we just did. And if I just click on it, and I can do this from anywhere in the world because again, it syncs up to Unified Cloud. It takes longer, like just like it says right here. It says it's taking longer than expected, but usually it doesn't take this long. This is probably the first time. But obviously, it's longer, takes longer to manage your Unify server from the cloud doing it this way. However, the fact that you're able to just manage it from anywhere in the world and not worry about network translation, VPN, or anything like that is just super nice. Well, this is taking a lot longer. Let's just wait for it. Okay, there you go. Now it's already done. It shouldn't take that long, like I said, next time. So you can go ahead and do everything here. There's nothing that is different from the Unify access here to your local access here. Everything is pretty much the same. And I'll go ahead and click adopt, and it should be seamless here. This is also going to say adopting, getting ready actually. See, it's already working. And yeah, so I just want to let you know about that Unify feature. I apologize for digressing if that's something that you already know. All right, so that's it. This is running and is put into a startup sequence immediately. So when you reboot, it'll always be running as a service. Thank you for watching. And if you have If you find anything that I did wrong or could be improved on, please put it in the comment. Otherwise, again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel to see more do-it-yourself video like these and support my channel. Thank you.